And so let's just pretend that a friend recommended to you some new Mexican places to try. And so then we're going to kind of take a look at them and judge them for you and for your family, like what you like or don't like. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So did I share the right thing? Can you see Mount Rainier?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that is close to me here in the Seattle area. Take a look and then kind of talk me through what you see here. Give me a little tour.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm curious, kind of what's your first impression? What's your reaction to all of that?
My first thought is that it reminds me of I know in Japan there's like these vending machines where you can get things kind of like this. I've never been to Japan, but I've seen like documentaries or little
Mhm.
clips of things that are like that, like vending machines where you can get fresh food, which is pretty interesting. I just wonder, is it like a restaurant and then there's someone back there making them? Is how fresh is this? It just makes me think like fresh, how fresh? Is it warm or like do I have to go home and like reheat it? How does this
Mhm.
work?
Mhm.
Interesting.
How would you want it to work ideally?
I would want it to be ready to eat, fresh, warm. This is something that I will take like, oh, I'm starving and I'm on the go. I need to eat this right now. Um, yeah, I like the idea. It's interesting. It's kind of fun.
Mhm. Okay. Um, and what else? Does anything else about any of this stand out to you or not?
Um, that it's made from scratch. So that I mean, how? Who's is someone back there? Is what I wonder. Is it like a restaurant? Interesting. I guess you don't really interact with anyone other than maybe typing in your order and opening up one of the little lockers.
Hmm.
I like the variety, the chicken and yeah, I like the variety.
So maybe in your own words, like how would you describe this to a friend of like this new restaurant, this hole in the walls? What is it?
I would say so. It's this burrito vending machine type of thing where you you pay almost like a vending machine. You type in what you want and then you get the burrito. And there isn't really much human interaction. And like I feel like I would be explaining this to my husband and he would know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Japanese food
Hmm.
vending machine. He's like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. Like so it's kind of like that. That's interesting.
Okay.
Um
And that this idea of you said it seems like there would be no human interaction. What do you think of that? Is that a good thing or a bad thing or not a thing?
um I think it's fine. One way or another, I don't mind the human interaction, but I also kind of feel like it's 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 for something when you're like really busy and you're on the go, you don't have time to wait in line because it looks like there's different slots. So it wouldn't be something where there's like a huge line that wraps around. Sometimes you skip a place because like, oh my god, look at that drive-through line. It's so long. Or you
Mhm.
don't want to go inside because you see a bunch of people in there. You're like, oh man, I don't have time for this. So this is convenient in that sense of like saving time, not waiting in line. You just type in there and grab what you gotta go and leave.
Mhm.
So very convenient.
This is super helpful. So let me show you some other ones, and we'll just kind of do the same thing, and then we'll kind of compare them. So let's look at this one. This is Rosa's.
This seems kind of similar to I don't know, like Chipotle, where you can order on the app and then pick it up at a specific time. It's talking about the the source of their ingredients they're fresh. They come from Latin American countries and Mexico, local specialties. So it kind of it's it's giving like an authentic vibe of like the type of mom and pop kind of thing, or more leaning more towards kind of like Chipotle. Makes me think of Chipotle.
And what parts of this stand out? Which parts, if any, do you like about this or not like?
Um, I feel like 6 burritos is a lot to get one free. Um, made to order, ready to go. Nothing really stands out much to me. Like I'm not curious enough to go
Mhm.
to like buy anything. Well, for example, like the hole in the wall, the previous one, there's like a novelty to it, in my opinion, where it's like it's curious. Like I'd be very curious just to try it, just to get the experience of like getting a burrito out of something that looks like a vending machine. But with the but I'm secure with my choice because I still know that someone is making it fresh. So it's not like this gross frozen burrito that's been sitting there. So I don't know. There's like a sense of like novelty to it,
Mhm.
but like Rosa's is just kind of like your average restaurant in
Let me show you one more. This is super helpful.
okay, that burrito. Okay.
So I'm curious, what do you think of Zap?
Um, it feels like it's not so much a restaurant, but more of like a delivery service that just happens to have a specialty in burritos. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It's like the other way around. It's not really a restaurant, but rather more it's like it reminds me of like Uber Eats or DoorDash, and
Mhm.
they just have like some kind of deal going on with burritos.
Mhm. Okay. And what do you
Yeah.
think of that idea?
Um, uh, kind of underwhelming. I'm not. I'm not like enthusiastic right now to like go order one right now. Not really.
What I'd love to do is kind of think about the pros and cons of each of these. So it's kind of this one. There was the hole in wall, which had this automat style thing, and then this deal that they offered, um, quality, these different kinds of burritos. And then we had Rosa's, right about it was authentic. Um, you can earn these rewards this way, a little bit different.
Mhm.
Um, and you can order online and come grab them. So it's ready when you are.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious, kind of for you, like, what are the pros and cons of these things? What are the kind of the best parts of these?
Well, the pros and cons, I feel like Rosa's is I would trust it to be like authentic, tasting, and fresh. Like definitely not something that I would hesitate to believe. Like with the with hole in the wall, I might hesitate just a bit, but again, if there's people in there somewhere making them, then I'm okay with that. Um, Rosa's is like I have said, it's kind of like Chipotle where they're like prepping it as they're you're ordering it, I guess. I think the pictures are helpful too because that taco up there looks good and fresh. The family eating and the grandma preparing it. I think the pictures also help.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not too impressed by the rewards for the Rosa's burritos. Um, can you scroll down a little more? Yeah, okay. And then for hole in the wall, again, I feel like it's that curiosity of the novelty of it. It's like, whoa, what is this? Like I would, just out of curiosity, I would definitely order just to look, what is this? To get the experience, because it seems like a very unique experience.
Mhm.
And then plus, if it's actually a really tasty burrito and we are going beyond it just being fun and novel, if it's a high quality, like good burrito, then that's a bonus. Now I'm gonna probably be coming here and getting my burritos out of the fun little vending machine. So I think it's just a very different experience.
Mhm.
Um, and I also like the fact that they mention what is basically the menu of the burritos: the carnitas, the beans, rice, cheese, the carne asada or the chicken. Um, and that the food is made from scratch is also gives you a little bit of peace of mind that yes, it's from a vending machine, but it is still being made fresh. So
Mhm. Okay.
yeah.
Are there any elements from the other two that you'd want to kind of grab to like create if you were going to make your like your most awesome ideal place to go get a burrito? Like,
Yes, I was thinking that like roses and hole in the wall would be like the perfect combination. That if you could like put those two together,
mhm. And what so
that
what
was
aspects of rosas is it that you want to combine?
I just like that. I don't know if it's like a visual thing. It's just the fact that the food, the little taco up there looks fresh, and the fact
Mhm.
that they're using their grandmother's classic, authentic recipe, and then that fun element of picking it up from a vending machine. So you're getting like a yummy, tasty, fresh burrito made with Grandma Rosa's ingredients, and you're just picking it up from a cool modern vending machine. It's those two things that are just fun.